I'm just always thinking about her. She's my first priority. What I'm going to do is protect her at all costs.
But we have created a society, we have crippled our men into not being masculine while simultaneously being mad at them for not being masculine.
One of my priorities is if bad things happen, I need to be able to physically get in gear and protect my family.
Yeah.
So men, do you provide presence for your
like
family in your home or out of your home, but primarily out of your home? Do people look at you and see your family as an easy target?
You know, if we were in a situation where we were harmed, that man would stand up and he would lay down his life for me. I know that deep down in my soul. He's the leader of our home. What does it mean to you as a husband to protect your spouse physically?
As a man, one of my things, I've been training physically for, I don't know, since I was 13. One of my priorities is if bad things happen, I need to be able to physically get in gear and protect my family.
Yeah.
If I've got a fireman carry her a mile down the road to get her out of danger, I need to be prepared to do that.
Yeah.
So I don't sit on the couch every night eating potato chips. I eat my ice cream,
Yeah.
but eat potato chips
That's
and
a
my
different
Cheetos
story.
and not go
Yeah.
train
Right.
because nobody ever rises to the occasion. They fall to their level of training, right? So if I want to defend my family and be a man, if the wolf comes,
Yeah.
I've got to be ready to slay that thing, and it's not going to happen just because I want to stand up and do it, right?
Yeah, so physical protection, Chad will probably go in further detail about all the other aspects of it because he's involved in military and law enforcement. Men don't seem to protect their wives the way our dads and our granddads did, where it came natural to them. Now it seems unnatural to this generation, and I don't understand that.
I do know when it comes to physical protection, you know, if we were in a situation where we were harmed, that man would stand up and he would lay down his life for me. I know that deep down in my soul. He's the leader of our home, and that I appreciate.
Yeah.
But did you have?
I know.
Yeah. Me fired up over here.
One of the academy instructors I had in law enforcement talked about the power of officer presence. Okay. Unfortunately, it's pretty prevalent in the law enforcement community where you see an officer get out of their vehicle and they're severely overweight. And you know that people are throwing jabs and saying, I could run from that dude without even, without breaking a sweat, or I could fight that dude. And so officer presence is one of the first deterrences and probably one of the most powerful deterrences to anything ever escalating. When I get out of my patrol car and I'm in shape and I'm making eye contact with you, it neutralizes 95% of any escalation that could be, except for that 5% that are going to fight regardless of what happens. So men, do you provide presence for your family in your home or out of your home, but primarily out of your home? Do people look at you and see your family as an easy target?
Yeah.
Because you're a smash bag of apples. I'm not the toughest guy in the world.
Yeah.
But I have a presence, and it's not an accident. It's keeping yourself in shape. It's keeping yourself groomed. It's just how are you presenting yourself when you're out in public with your spouse? I don't think I'll ever have to defend Amy to the death because I'm deterring probably 90 to 95% of those ever possible occurrences. Situational awareness. When I get out of the vehicle and we go somewhere, my phone is in my pocket.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I ever pull my phone out when we're sitting in a restaurant together, but I'm scanning. Like David said, when we enter a restaurant, I'm scanning. I'm putting my back to the wall, doing all these things to posture myself to be physically prepared to get ourselves out of there. Where is the other exit in this facility? A lot of people never think about that when they go eat somewhere. And we did it. It almost became a game where my eldest daughter would beat me to the punch. Hey, Dad, there's the exit back there. Go down that hallway. This is our way out. Right? We created that vigilance within our family, and then the readiness I already talked about. I won't beat a dead horse. You're never going to rise to the occasion. You're going to fall to your level of training. So if you ever think you're going to lay your life down for your family, but you never trained to do so,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to probably watch your family be taken advantage of.
Yeah.
When I think of physically protecting her, I mean, I just think about the basics, the simple things I mentioned earlier. Walking down the street, I'm on the outside, next to the street. The first thing that I'm going to do is protect her at all costs, like Chad was mentioning
Right.
earlier. However that looks like, whatever that looks like. I mean, that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to be prepared for it. When I'm in a restaurant eating, I mean, when I walk in, I look and I'm picky about where I sit, and that all kind of goes in the back of my head, kind of the world that we live in now. I mean, man, there's so many crazy people out there, and I'm just always thinking about her. She's my first priority.
But I want to ask you, as a spouse
Mm-hmm.
who is a lady, who is independent,
Mm-hmm.
who can take care of herself, how does that make you feel?
Well, that's what I was sitting here thinking about. I'm very strong and independent and like to get stuff done. But I also, over the years, have learned to rest.
Yes, there's much
And
peace
that's
in
yeah,
that.
because
Mhm.
I know that things are just going to be taken care of. And when I think of physically taking care of me, I don't necessarily just think of if he had to put hands on somebody, which really kind of makes me blush because
Well, that's just the
kind of like that stuff.
that's where the woman and the man comes in.
Yeah.
Your physical protection is going to be totally
That's
different
just
from what
me.
I was thinking.
Yeah.
With anyone, I would imagine.
Well, I'm like physically protecting me. I know there are women out there whose husband pumps their gas, and that's great. For me, physically protecting is your oil changed? There's light on your car. Let me get it fixed. There's my faucet's broke. Even if you're not capable of taking care of physical needs in that aspect, be a man who finds a way to get it done. I really don't know of anything you can't do. And I say that with all sincerity. But we have created a society where we've crippled our men. This is my opinion. We have crippled our men into not being masculine while simultaneously being mad at them for not being masculine. So to me, there's all different aspects of being physically responsible.
And I know there are a lot of independent women out there in our world today that it doesn't
Which
matter
I
to
am
them.
the queen of.
It doesn't matter to them. And yeah, she is one of them. And
Right.
over time, over years, I mean, I still fix the faucet and change the oil and do all that stuff.
Yeah.
But in a situation, she's very independent, and I've let her handle things to an extent. But if it comes to a point to where she can't or she's in a position,
Right.
don't think for a minute that I won't step in there
Right.
and take it over
Right.
quick.
Absolutely.
So
And there's a lot of things I've turned over to you throughout the years that I used to would have taken care of, and now I'm spoiled, and I'm like, you created this. This is not my fault. You did this. You made me feel safe and secure, and know that you were just gonna take care of things.
Right.
So that's
So it's gonna be
made me feel
different.
restful and safe, if that could be my
Right.
The definition of that's gonna be different for every couple. Of course, you've got to
Yes.
do
Yeah.
you've got to do what works for y'all. Of
Yes.
course, but I'm just kind of we're old tradition, old school, or whatever. I kind of am still like that, I guess. But that doesn't work for everybody. That's not everybody's cup of tea in today's world. So.
Yeah.
But I still think a man ought to be a man.
Yeah,
Absolutely.